Our next speaker is Tamiwe Kayuni from Malawi. Representing Ohio State.
Thank you very much. So, I was born in a culture where investing in girls is seen as a waste of time and resources because girls are regarded as tools for childbearing and rearing. I'm the sixth of the 7 girls in my family, all of whom were graduates before me, which made being a girl more difficult and placed high expectations on me. My sisters before me had proven that a girl child can be educated and become more than a tool for childbearing. I remember the days I would spend the sleepless nights on campus studying in the hope of catching up for that economics exam. I remember the days I would camp on campus when my friends were going for their vacations in the hope of catching up for those subjects I found difficult. Because my sisters before me had shown me that failure was never an option for me. I had to make it to college at all costs. Due to the society's interest perception that a girl child is a waste, my parents too worked hard to give us an education, not just any education, but a good education. They did this so that they can prove to the society that a girl child is worth investing in. Do you think my parents wasted their time investing in us as girls? No. Apparently, they did not. Otherwise, I wouldn't have become the political scientist that I am today. Neither would I have been standing before you as a Mandela Washington Fellow. My sisters wouldn't have become the lawyers, the epidemiologists, and the gender activists that they are today. I have witnessed firsthand that a girl child can be educated and take up positions of leadership, as witnessed by my sisters and I, who now sit in boards of various international organizations, UN agencies, and most reputable organizations in my country. I have witnessed firsthand that a woman can become a leader if given the space and the chance. It is against this background that my interest in women empowerment, and more especially political participation, grew and developed. Women empowerment, and more especially political leadership, has been compromised in Malawi and Africa as a whole, from the grassroots to the national level. Despite their right to participate equally in democratic governance, women are underrepresented in elected offices, in the private sector, as well as in the civil service. In fact, the question of women empowerment and gender equality has been on the national agenda in Malawi dating back to the 1970s. This is no surprise that this is the case, because at a tender age, an African girl child is told you cannot play alongside boys. This girl is told you can't speak in front of men. How then do you expect this very same girl, when she grows up, to compete for leadership positions with these men she has been scared of all her life? How then do you expect her to state her opinion in front of men? It is time to empower women, to shift their minds from what society has told them they should be to what they themselves believe they can be. I embrace a definition of success that says success is impacting the world with the investment of your personality. It is influencing the world to think like you and to aspire to your inspirations. I believe if I can invest in myself as a woman leader, if we can invest in ourselves as women leaders, we can inspire other women to take up positions of leadership. I intend to develop a network of Mandela Washington Fellows that are passionate to increase women participation at all levels in the political life. I intend to invite all women leaders as well as men leaders that are present in here to develop mentorship programs in their respective countries for women to take up positions of leadership. You can mentor them to take up, to be educated, mentor them in public speaking, mentor them in public policy, so that they can become the leaders that we want them to be. I know you might be there and be asking, Tamiwe, but we have had women leaders across Africa. Talk of Fatoumata Tambajang, the vice president of the Gambia. What about the famous politician and apartheid activist, Nkosana Dlamini Zuma from South Africa? What about my very own former president of the Warm Heart of Africa, Malawi, Dr. Joyce Banda? Well, in as much as we appreciate all this, my vision is not about having 1 or 2 women in the highest positions. My vision is about having equal participation and women of substance in political positions. The current president of Liberia said, if your dream does not challenge you, if your dream does not scare you, then it's not big enough. My dream challenges me. It challenges me to be bold and fearless, to bring about a change in a world where change is not easily accepted. But I am glad that I am not alone. I am glad that this dream is not my own, but it's a collective dream of a generation, the generation of a Mandela Washington Fellows that are passionate about bringing a change in a world where change is not easily accepted, but they are ready to do anything for that change to happen. I believe together we can. Thank you.